And today we have a reading for you about somebody that has been hoping that they can kind of confuse the details around their life or who they are, or maybe even what their motivation is for being around you. We've got the Labyrinth card. Among the confusion of the twisting turns and the endless chase, will I find myself in the heart of the maze? So this is someone who's used to wearing a lot of different masks or guises or costumes. This is someone who adjusts depending on who they are around, so they're a bit of a chameleon. We have duality, protection, and caution on the mask card. So be cautious because you're dealing with someone who wants to convince you that they are different from who they really are, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And thank you to those that have checked out my candles on Etsy. That is also linked in the description box. Hello, Joaquin. Hello, Grindhard. How are we doing today? All right, let's see what else we have. This is the Marigold Tarot. We have the Seven of Rings or Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Temperance, and the King of Rings or King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this feels to me like we've got someone who is a scammer or someone who, like they might actually be working in the financial district or industry. But this is someone who makes things look better than they actually are in order to make things seem like a good idea to invest in. Now that could be, hey, look at this great business that I have. Don't you just want to like throw some money at it? Or this could be, hey, aren't I a catch? Don't you want to like take care of me? Don't you want to like move in with me? So this is a person who would be very successful as a used car salesman, right? How can I dress up this thing, make it look nicer than it actually is, and then make money off of it? Hello, Rebecca. How are you doing? Hello, Carrie. Hello, Dana. Hello, Michaela. How you doing? Thank you. I enjoy doing the outside short readings whenever I can. Hopefully I can record a few more of those this week. I do still have more to post for you later today. So we've got the Emperor in the reverse and the Ten of Rings or the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So the issue here is we have a chameleon or somebody who pretends to be something that they're not, but this person is losing control. We have the Emperor in the reverse because there's someone here who sees fraying along the edges or sees some inconsistencies here, or maybe they're actually acquainted with the family that this person says that they know or they grew up around. There's a complication to their plan of being seen as something different than what they really are, and it's making them reconsider whether or not it's time to just like kind of dip. Hello, Anthony. How are you doing? I agree, Rebecca. Hello, Balin. Hello, Miss Thang. How's it going? Well, I suppose that works out for both of us then, right? So we've got Three of Cups in the reverse, the World in the reverse, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think we have someone who, what I'm seeing right now is that scene from Mrs. Doubtfire where Robin Williams' character is at the dinner and has to be himself and then change and dress up as Miss Doubtfire for the dude that he's interviewing for. And he mixes it up. So we have distinct characters, right? I am this for the neighbors around the neighborhood, and when I'm, around the people that I work with, then I have to put on the glasses like Clark Kent, and I have to like talk in a different accent. This is someone who's messing up the characters that they're playing for different people, and they do so in a way that makes it pretty clear that they can't continue to do that, right? Because now we have someone who's realizing what's really going on. The charade is not able to be continued because the attempt to be a chameleon seems to have failed. Hello, Rapid. How are you doing? Hello, Daywalker. I hope you're having a good day. Aw, sorry, Jim. Plum out. Hello, James. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Vaccinator. You're funny. And what else do we have? Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Six of Cups in the reverse. Well, this could mean we've got someone who recognizes the Emperor in the reverse, our mask-wearing individual, because they grew up with this person. Like, what are you doing wearing that mask? Why are you wearing that wig? I can tell it's you. I, went to middle school with you. I had to give you advice on how to make sure you didn't smell bad around your first crush. Like, who you fooling over there? I think we have someone who recognizes this chameleon. Like they've done all this footwork to try to convince a community that their name is X and that their profession is Y, and then someone randomly is traveling through town and they're like, oh my gosh, what's up there, Tommy? I've missed you. How's tricks? Are you still selling those? They undermine the story that has been a lot of work to get set up. Interesting. Okay, so we have someone trying to pretend to be something that they are not, being called out in front of other people for obviously being something else. So their story is starting to unravel. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing today? Thank you, Unida. Let me add that for you. We've got advice for potential future with Brianna. For potential future with Brianna. Awesome. I have added that for you. I hope you're having a good one also. Thank you, Balin. Hello, Rachel. How you doing today? If I did not mention it, this is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. What else do we have? We have Temperance in the reverse, Six of Cups, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I think there is an old friend or even an old lover that runs into this Emperor in the reverse and like ruins their cover or makes it impossible for them to fly under the radar. It could just be as simple as they're trying to do some reconnaissance. They don't want anybody to recognize or see them. But then you have someone coming in who's loud and obnoxious like me, like, oh my gosh, what's up, Sally? I haven't seen you in so long. How are all of your dogs and cats and your kids and your mom and your aunt? And then they can't fly under the radar, right? Then all of a sudden it's like, well, I was trying to figure out how to rob this bank, but now that you came over here and talked to me so loudly and had to wear like that whole little getup, now I am completely ruined. Everybody saw me. There's no way I can rob this bank. I'm gonna have to go pick out a different one. I'm doing well, Anthony, but can you tone it down, please? This is a little bit too much. It's a little too much. We've got the Page of Wands in the reverse, the High Priestess, and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Pentacles in the upright is like holding on to something, maybe a secret, especially after the High Priestess, right? But it's in the reverse. I feel like this is saying their secret identity is no longer able to be kept secret because they have somebody they didn't want running into them and saying, oh my gosh, are you Johnny? Are you Jenny? Yeah, I recognize you. Weren't you that one person that did that one thing and everybody hated you for it? There's someone who makes their attempt to hide their identity or to be, you know, kind of like a fly on the wall. They make that completely impossible by talking to them kind of obnoxiously. Hello, Gomez. How are you doing? Hello, Mert. What's up? Oh, no worries, Rachel. I hope that improves. Hello, Hooks. How are you doing? So we have the Seven of Cups and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I think we have somebody who was literally scamming. So they might have a family and not want anybody to know that they already have a family. They might be pretending to be someone within their family so they can collect benefits. But I feel like they're doing something here that is fraudulent and someone calls them out on it like, oh, that's silly. That's your uncle's name. Why are you telling people that's your name? Or, oh, that's weird. I was pretty certain that that was not yours, you know? They can't do anything to change the reality after this person runs into them and rather innocently is excited to talk to them or a little bit too loud in their conversation. So now we have a little bit of a telltale heart situation. 2 threes. 3 of Swords in the reverse and the 3 of Cups in the reverse with the Knight of Swords. Okay, this is looking to me like we have someone who is faking their identity or trying to fly under the radar because they did not want to get caught stooping whoever they're stooping, or, you know, the naked time that they've been having. They probably should not have been having that naked time. Maybe because they're in a relationship or the person that they have been trying to spend that time with is like that. Hello, David. How are you doing? Yep. All right. Let's see. Oh, my tag is up. Oh, no. I think it's like permanently up. Oh, well. Let's see. I think we will go with the William Blake Tarot. What else do we have? Tell me more about this chameleon. child of painting would be the Page of Cups. And then we have Error, which is the Devil. I don't know if I can show you this. I think I can if I just cover the little bit there. And then Child of Painting is like the total opposite. Very innocent vibes, right? So basically we have good and evil here. We have someone who wants to be seen as innocent, or I do the good things in the world, and you know, I never make any choices that are questionable or bad or selfish. This is making a mistake while presenting yourself as this innocent, like, I do everything the way that I'm supposed to. They trip up. You know what it makes me think of is, what was that movie? Okay, so there's two examples coming through for me. There's Will Ferrell skating around for Blades of Glory, and I think his character was like absolutely trashed, and it was supposed to be like a kid's show, and he's in there like cussing while he's skating around, right? That's one. And the other one was, I believe, Paul Rudd and Scott, what's his face? But they do the Red Bull thing, and they're trying to talk about being a role model. The main idea being sometimes we have people who are put up on a pedestal, or we have people who are even like paid to be seen as a role model, but in reality, they are making some of the worst mistakes. They are partying a little bit too much, or they have some insecure thoughts too, right? So yet another reference to good versus evil. Now we have the Religion card. This would be like the High Priest or the Hierophant card. So this is talking about someone's morals. So you claim to have these morals, you claim to have these principles, or these are the rules that you behave according to. And yet, now we're getting information in that shows that you don't actually follow those rules. Hello, Steve. How's it going? Hello, Koo. What's up? Hello, Matt. Was it called Role Models? I think you're right about that. Hello, Will. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Benjamin? What's up? So I think we have an individual who wanted to make it seem like they were a very respectable, like I do everything the way you're supposed to do it kind of person. And now it's becoming pretty clear that they've been wearing a mask. Now they're scared. 9 of Science would be the 9 of Swords. I mean, if you can't tell that from that picture, you are not a very perceptive person. We got someone who is scared. They're hiding from the consequences. They're like, no. Can we just like rewind and go back to the day before yesterday when everybody still saw me the way that I wanted them to see me? Like, oh no. How can I put the cat back in the bag? You can't. So their reputation is ruined, basically. Hello, SSB. What's up? That's fair, Rachel. I'm sure he's used to that. This is the Star Trek Tarot. What else do we have? 2 of Latinum or 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 9 of Starships or 9 of Cups. King of Cloaks or King of Wands, and the Chariot in the reverse. Everything was going great. Everything was wonderful. I had convinced everyone that I was somebody else, and I was this close to getting everything that I wanted. And then you had to show up and like tell everybody what my trick was, or you had to show up and tell everybody that, you know, I'm lying about my age, or that I don't actually have those credentials. So the arrival of someone else ruins the trick, ruins the, and I would have got away with it too. Hello, JD. Hello, Mr. Amorous. How are we doing? So we've got the Seven of Latinum, or Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Two of Cloaks, or the Two of Wands. So we have someone who now has to come up with a plan to figure out, is it worth it to try to convince everyone that actually I am still that awesome person? Or do I have to like take everything with me, move elsewhere, and start all over again elsewhere? It might be a lost cause for them. Thank you, Rebecca. Any info about the dreams my maintenance family are having? Dreams my mate and his family have. Of me and members of their family who have passed. And I've never met any of his family, but they all said it was me after seeing a pic of me. Wow, that's crazy. My gut is telling me it's because the family approves of you, but we will see. I have added that for you. Will, I don't know if you're making fun of me or if you're being serious, but my love of Star Trek is deep. I started watching Star Trek when I was a kid, so I don't know. It's just one of those things. Plus, I've always loved like nerdy stuff, science stuff, so why not get into space, right? If you enjoy reading and you like space, I recommend Parallax. Okay, let's see what we've got for J-Lo. Should I go to the salsa team party on Thursday? I like this question. Because we have somebody who has a crush on you. Team party Thursday? All right, I have added that for you. Thank you, J-Lo. Oh, Lord, key controller. You are trouble. All right, let's see what else we've got. We have the Seven of Batleths, which would be the Seven of Swords. Yeah, no kidding, this person's been lying. We've got somebody who has lied about who they are or what their motivations were. That is no longer going to be working out. I have my suspicions that this is someone who lied specifically about whether or not they were single, and now people are realizing that their side piece is mad. The garden tool is saying, I don't want to be your garden tool. King of Latinum or King of Pentacles in the reverse. This has something to do with money as well. I feel like we have someone who's staying in a relationship because of money. Like, I can't afford to get a divorce, or I can't afford to get my own place. So I'll stay in this relationship, but I can't stand this person. They're like basically just a roommate. So we have the Three of Cups or the Three of Starships in the reverse, which would be infidelity. But we also have the King and Queen of Latinum in the reverse. This would be, if they were in the upright, these two would be very like loyal and loving in a strong relationship. They're both in the reverse. So it feels to me like we have some resentment or someone who's holding on to a grudge, maybe even some codependency as far as financial need. And that makes somebody feel justified in doing some out of the relationship horizontal mamboing. We have someone who feels justified in stepping outside of their marriage because they are frustrated. Hello, Rugio. How you doing today? How do y'all recenter after a really emotional ick day? I would say being around water or mountains, outdoor, that kind of stuff, or art. Hopefully. Thank you, James. Let me add that for you. Will I buy another candle for my goldfish? Do you have a cool name for your goldfish? I need to know. I've added that question for you, James. Thank you. Let's go with the Earth and Bones Oracle. Spike, I like it. I used to have beta, and I used to have some shrimp and some Oscars, who are very intelligent fish, and some plecos, but man, that was so much work. I loved it, but it's a lot of work. All right, so we have Blood Moon, number 8. Illusion, uncertainty, confusion, secrets, egotism, and narcissism. So they were playing around with who they are or, you know, their obligations. And I feel like this is so someone could be unfaithful. They had an opportunity to connect with somebody new and they took it. I don't think they feel bad about it either. I think this is someone who just kind of feels entitled. We have Visionary, number 9. Confidence, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, and vivacious. So this is someone who felt like they couldn't resist an opportunity that came up for them to be unfaithful. Even though they know that it's not something they should do, they felt like they have to do that. That's fair. Indeed, John. I had 2 Oscars. I had one that was named Milk Steak, and I called it Milky for short. And then I also had another one called Rick. I had one named Morty, but he didn't last very long, sadly. Let me add this. Oh, and I think, yeah, Rosela. Welcome back, Rosela. How are you doing today? Is Adrian thinking of Rosela? I've added that for you. Thank you, Rosela. Hello, Apurva. How are you doing today? And most current feelings and thoughts about me. Awesome. I've got that as well. Oscars, I think, are one of the most intelligent, like, you know, use as a pet or own as a pet kind of fish out there. I don't know what is competitive with Oscars in terms of that, but that's what I liked about it, because you could, like, they like to play. Like, you can buy them toys and stuff. I'm glad to hear that, Apurva. I'm doing pretty well. In fact, this, you can't really tell what it is. I originally bought this mermaid, and it's supposed to be pink. And I spray painted it. I originally bought that for the fish tank, but then I decided to keep it for myself. Hello, Mina. How you doing? Oh, I'm glad to hear that life is better now. Oh, I hope you're having a wonderful start to the week. What else do we have? So we had the marriage card come out, somebody who is likely in a committed relationship, and yet they feel like they can, you know, wear a mask or catfish maybe, or travel and pretend that they are single. But now there is some concern or some anxiety. Remember, we had the despair card. And that despair is because somebody is caught. Somebody has been figured out. And now they're, I think, getting kicked out of their marital home or their shared living, existing situation. So we have someone who has to move now. Change, or number 9. It's not super obvious, but we've got in the booklet for the Kipper, it specifies that this change card is often a reference to somebody moving to a different place, often a smaller place, so like an apartment. And it is because this person has been dishonest. They were not honest about what they were really doing or what they were really going after. No, hello, Jess. Rosella, this is still the general reading. The personal questions will start in the next like 2 minutes or so. So we've got the Lovers card, Courtship, and Distant Horizons. Yeah, this is someone who had a secondary relationship in another zip code, or they felt like if there was enough of a distance, like you're an hour away or you're 2 hours away, then our worlds won't collide and I can keep that like kind of compartmentalized, right? I won't have to worry about getting caught. But we had that 6 of Cups in the reverse. Someone random shows up in that other zip code or that other town and is like, hey, maybe this is weird, but I thought you were married. What are you doing over here? And then they get caught. All right, we are going to move over to those personal questions. This is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Hello, Refit. How are you doing? Hello, Rhonda. Hello, Redbeard. All right, so we've got Unida, then Rebecca, then J-Lo, then James, then Rosella, and then Apurva. So for Unida, we've got, what advice does Unida need for potential future with Brianna? We have the Hermit, the Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Empress. This feels to me like there's a mutual benefit or like a symbiotic connection here. One teaches the other and then vice versa. So you learn from each other. Very well matched in that regard. But I do also feel like there's some potential for some drama or some anxiety because you two might both be fairly independent, or you might do things your own way, and navigating the differences between how you do things and how Brianna does things, that might be a little bit difficult. but I do feel like you can figure it out. It just requires a little bit of patience. I do feel that there is a little bit of a tendency here to be unyielding on Brianna's part. So there might be a little bit more of a stubborn energy here. Three of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Swords, and Judgment. And I do feel like there is a friend. Could be a family member, but I feel like it's a friend. Someone who's close that doesn't get along. Like either there's tension here with the group of three. And I do think that there's some judgment that might be a little bit unfair, might be a little bit unreasonable or biased in some way. But yeah, there's a little bit of drama here that I think you can anticipate and talk through before it gets into any kind of real drama territory, right? All right, I hope that helps, Unida, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Rebecca. What does Rebecca need to know about the dreams that Rebecca's mate and his family have with family that have passed away and Rebecca? Are they actually dreaming of Rebecca? They are actually dreaming of you. It was actually you in their dreams. And we have the Metamuse Tree of Life card. So this is the 79th card in this tarot deck, the Metamuse, meaning it's an extra card, and it talks about divine ascension or spiritual awakening. Huh. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. So it feels to me like there's a pattern established where you show up in someone's dream along with a family member, almost like the way I'm seeing it is like it's like a talk show, and the family member and you are talking about the living family member's choices and how that was kind of like lame. Like, oh gosh, I don't think I would have done that one if it were me. Maybe it's not that comical, but it feels to me like the dreams that are being had are like reviews of where we're at, what we're doing, the choices that we're making. Maybe we could do this a little differently. Maybe we could consider this from a different perspective. Maybe this is what you were really going for. So it's like nudging people in a better direction in times of failure or disappointment. It looks to me like we have individuals who feel lost or who don't know which direction they're supposed to go, or who feel like they are facing insurmountable problems, get advice or inspiration from a passed on family member, and you're over there like, this message is endorsed by me. It's positive, like you nudge these family members into doing better things. This isn't, it's you though. What are you doing over here? This is amusing for me. I like this one a lot. Eight of Swords in the reverse and Judgment in the reverse. You help people see what they need to do differently when they're about to make a mistake in their life. But it's like, I don't know. It's like you have your own talk show, really. You would be the talk show host, and you bring along a family member, a deceased family member, to like add credibility. Like, I know you wouldn't listen to me if it was just me. So I did bring your dear Aunt Susie, and she's going to help me tell you why you need to quit drinking, okay? So it's like you get an endorsement. So yes, I feel like you are, this might be a little bit much for you to take, but I feel like you are an inspiration to people. You show up in this kind of like jokey, comical way. You nudge people to like make significant changes in their life. That's what they need to do in order to improve things and level up. And it extends to dreams. So yeah, I would guess they might be a little weirded out by it, and that's fine. I might be weirded out by it too, but I think it's amazing. You're actually helping people. Hello, how's it going, Ruben? Hello, Zoran. What's going on? Hello, Laverne. Hello, Bobby. Happy birthday to Ava. Sorry, Rosela. We are 2 people before yours. So I've got to do JLo's and then James, and then you would be next. So Rebecca, I hope that helps. And what I've seen of your energy is delightful. I love it. Birthday wishes are $5. You funny. But Rebecca, this is beautiful. I do think that you help people. So JLo's question is, should I go to the salsa team party on Thursday? Should JLo go to the salsa team party on Thursday? This is saying yes. Someone's got to show him how to look good. Someone's got to show him how it's done. Yes, because there would be something you miss out on if you don't go. You would have a little sense of regret if you didn't go. King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I do feel like it's going to be a good time. I do feel like you are in control over how long you stay. You might not stay a long amount of time, but I do feel like it's something that you enjoy doing. I'm glad to hear it, Rebecca. So yes, I would go. I think you're going to have a good time, but I think you also know that you don't want to stay too late, because there is such a thing as too late, right? With the Devil in the reverse, this is like there is a good amount of enjoyment that you can have that first part of the party, and then when things start to devolve or when you feel like it's time to go, head out. You're good. So, you know, just make an appearance. And I think you'll have a good time. All right, let's see what we've got for James. We've got, will I buy another candle for the goldfish for Spike? This says no. There is something else that is better for Spike, and I feel like you're going to figure that out, or you're going to get that idea over the next 3 days. With the Lovers in the reverse, this is not what Spike would choose for Spike. We've got 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. Yeah, over the next couple of days, you'll see something that makes a lot more sense or has his name all over it. Oh, why are we saying uh-oh? Apurva, we are not at your reading yet. We've got, we're finishing up James, and then we've got Rosela, and then it would be your turn, Apurva. So then we have this 10 of Swords. So I don't know if you've already ordered a candle, but this is saying basically there's something else in the next couple days that you realize might be a good option for that you do instead. Okay, let's see what we've got for Rosela. And James, I hope you have a good rest of your day. This is the Soul Cat Tarot. Is Adrian thinking of Rosella? No, it looks like right now Adrian is a little bit down, a little bit upset, and avoiding others. So we've got Hermit in the reverse and the Eight of Cups, someone who's feeling lonely, but also despite feeling lonely, it's not like I'm seeking to do something to feel better about it. It's just like I'm wrapping myself up in that loneliness. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles. So everything that I'm focused on right now is like practical, logical. The emotional stuff, the emotional connections. No, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to imagine what I should do differently. So I do think that Adrian's kind of disassociating right now. Like I don't want to think about what other people want or think about. I'm just going to do the very basics right now. Five of Cups in the reverse, Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, because I don't want to be signing myself up for feeling regretful or remorseful or upset over how things have happened. Is he upset with Rosella? No, I think upset in general with how things have gone. Yeah, Three of Swords. So I'm upset with how things have turned out. Probably disappointed with how he handled things, right? I could have planned better. I could have said things differently. But this is someone who I think is just kind of avoiding others because I'm mad at myself. We have the Four of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like I missed out on something that could have been great, but because I didn't handle it right or because I fumbled it, now I'm just sitting here thinking like, shucks, you know? Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that. Hello, Lord Farquaad. How we doing? Yes, I think that's true, Rosella. I think you will probably speak again, but right now we've got, yeah, some sadness, some frustration. All right, let's see what we have for Apurva. We've got Animal's current thoughts and feelings about me. What are Animal's current thoughts and feelings about Apurva, please? We have the Moon. Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels to me like someone contemplating, is there any way that we could be together without other people knowing about it? Could we have like a relationship that's on the down low? Could we, you know, be in each other's lives without requiring the approval or permission of family? Because with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels to me like we've got someone who feels you two cannot be together, or, you know, it's not going to work out because of family. So we have the Four of Swords and Justice in the reverse. Someone who does a lot of pondering and thinking, because I don't feel like I can do anything. I don't feel like I can change anything. I don't feel like I'm empowered to make this decision. It just feels like I can't be with this person, and that's how it is. So with the Page of Pentacles, it looks to me like Animal is trying to consider which direction to go, what to invest in when what is really desired is like not an option, you know? Then it kind of makes you feel a little bit like restless, right? Hello, Poke, how are you doing? All right, we're at 50 minutes. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do a random with the Magic 8 Ball. So if you've got a yes/no question or 3 yes or no questions, then that would work out ideally. So I will pull 3 cards, and those answers are going to be for a yes or no question. You can also just like pause it right now if you want to come up with those questions. All right, what do we have for question number 1, please? Indubitably. So much fun to say. And what about the second question, please? Okay, in no way. And what about the third one? Surely not. All right. I hope that is helpful. Hello, AJT. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And thank you for checking out my candles. I'll see you in the next video.